Hello all. In this video, we will cover the concept of normal forms. Now, normal forms are basically used in the process of normalization used in the databases, and this normalization is generally used to avoid the redundancy in your database tables. So, normal forms generally used to tell you the set of rules to perform the decomposition operation, because the normalization is generally removed to by decomposing a relation into two or more relations. So, in brief, you can say that a set of rule to perform decomposition is provided by different normal forms. So this can be a precise definition for the normal forms. So in databases, we define various types of normal form. In this video lecture, we will cover four types of normal forms available. So these normal forms are first normal form, second normal form, 2NF. These are the shortcuts for the normal forms. Third normal form, 3NF. So the second normal form includes first normal form with one condition. Similarly, third normal form includes second normal form plus one condition. And finally BCNF, which contain a relation to be in 3NF plus one condition. So this is the highest level of normal form, BCNF, which contain the relation in 3NF, which in turn contain the relation in 2NF, and which in turn contain the relationship or applied on the relationship which is in 1NF. So we have these four types of normal forms to study. So let's start with the first normal form, that is 1NF. So to start with the first normal form, let's uh, learn what first normal form says. So first normal form, or we can write it as 1NF. The first normal form says that for relational schema R is in first normal form if R does not contain any multi-valued attribute. If this relation does not contain any multi-valued attribute, then the relation is in first normal form. Or we can say that R should be only single valued attribute, or should contain only single valued attribute. Now, what is a multi-valued attribute? So let's take an example to understand this concept. So suppose you have a database table with the SID, SName, and CName as attribute, where for SID S1 A, so I can say that the student with SID S1, name A, and the course name may be C or C++. So this student studied two courses, C and C++. Similarly, student S2 with the same name, different ID, may study C++ along with Java. Similarly, another student S3 with different name may study only Java. So this relation is not in 1NF because one attribute in our relation, that is course name, contain the multi-valued attributes. So these type of attributes are called multi-valued attribute. The single valued attributes are these SID and SNAME. So we have single valued attributes as SID and SNAME, and we have multi-valued attribute as course name or CNAME. Now to remove this type of problem, that is multi-valued attribute, or to convert this relation in 1NF, we just need to increase the redundancy in our table. So the same table can be converted as SID, SNAME, course name can be converted as the student with SID S1 and name A study C, and the student with S1 with name A also study C++. So the two courses are split into two tuples with the redundant information in these two attributes SID and SNAME. Similarly, for S2 you do the same. S2 also divided into two tuples, and S3 put as it is. So this relation is 1NF. So what 1NF represents as, it contain only single valued attribute, and secondly it have high level of redundancy. In the table it contain high level of redundancy. Now this is your first normal form. Now for second normal form, also represented with 2NF, the definition of second normal form indicate that for a relational schema R to be in second normal form, R should be, the first condition that R should be in first normal form, that is in 1NF, and the second condition that R should not contain any partial dependency. Now here a new term is introduced, that is partial dependency. So either R should not contain any partial dependency, or we can say that R contains only full dependencies. Full dependencies. So either condition may hold. So let's understand the concept of partial dependency. What is partial dependency? So a partial dependency is the relation between the attribute set X, Y and A such that X is a superset of Y and your relation R contains a functional dependencies which indicate a relationship between Y and A. So, if any relationship contains a functional dependency Y tends to A, where this Y is a subset of X, then we say that this type of functional dependency Y tends to A is partial functional dependency. So if Y tends to A exists and this Y is a subset of X, then we say that Y tends to A is a partial functional dependency. So in a relation to be in 2NF, we have to remove this partial functional dependency from our relation. For example, suppose a relation given as R with 5 attributes A, B, C, D and E. These 5 attributes have the functional dependencies as AP tends to C, C tends to D and B tends to E. So in this relation, we need to check about the partial functional dependency if this relationship is in 2NF or not. So to check the partial functional dependencies, we need to check about the key attribute set first, or prime keys. So in order to find out the prime attribute or prime keys, you need to find out that candidate key of this relation, and here the attribute closure plays an important role. So find out the attribute closure of AB, include AB here, then C leads to D and B leads to E. So yes, your AB is a candidate key and A and B are the prime attributes and C, D, E are the non-prime attributes or non-key attributes. So here one important point also there, here A is your non-prime attribute. A is your non-prime attributes. So partial dependency is denotes a relationship between a non-prime attribute with a subset of any other attribute Y, key attributes. So here X is any candidate key, Y is a subset of candidate key, and A is a non-prime attribute. So if any candidate key, you found any candidate key in your relation, then check that if there is a relationship between these prime attributes and non-prime attributes in the given functional dependency set. So here you can check, you can see that your B tends to E relationship, here E is a non-prime attribute, B is a prime attribute, and we have a functional dependencies B tends to E. So this condition does not satisfy the second NF property. These two conditions are fine. So because this is a subset of AB, that's why it does not hold, and this is also a prime attribute. Here relationship between a non-prime to prime is there, but here we have not a subset, we have a proper set X. That's why this condition does not violate the 2NF property, but this one violates the 2NF property because it is a partial dependency. So to remove this partial dependency, we need to divide our table into two parts. So the table may be divided uh, by the attribute or by the functional dependency, which creates a problem. So the division contain BE in the separate relation and A, C, D in the separate relation. Now, to because we are talking about the RDBMS, that is Relational Database Management System, we need one or more attribute to be in common with these two relation R1 and R2, which is decomposed after the 2NF normalization. So the common attribute must always be the candidate key of the decomposed relation, which is smaller. So here, because B tends to E property hold in this relation R2 and B is the candidate key, so this B attribute must be in common with R1. So the final relation R1 is A, B, C, D and R2 would be B and E. So these two relations are now in 2NF, second normal form. So this is all about your second normal form. So for every relation, if you need to check whether the relation is in second normal form, always check for the partial dependencies in your relation. If you found the partial dependencies, then the functional dependence, the attribute which contain the partial dependency must be separated from your another attributes, and your table will convert it into the second normal form. Now the next normal form label is third normal form. So let's understand what is third normal form. Sorry. So in third normal form, that is also denoted by 3NF, the condition is a third normal form, a relation R is in third normal form if for a given functional dependency x tends to y, where R is a relation and x and y are the attributes of x and y. So x tends to y must be the non-trivial FD. It is in third normal form if the condition A would be it first satisfy the second normal form property, and B would be R should not contain any transitive dependency. Now here the new term is transitive dependency. So what is transitive dependency? So the definition for transitive dependency is x tends to y is transitive dependency. It says to have transitive dependencies only if x is not candidate key or super key and y is not prime attribute. So if x is not a candidate key or super key and y is not a prime attribute, then only this functional dependency is a transitive dependency. And if your relation contains a transitive dependency, it means it is not in third normal form. So we have to remove the transitive dependencies in our relation, and the condition for transitive dependency is given here. So that this definition of third normal form is look very complex. So you can simplify this definition in very simple terms. So to check whether a relations R is in third normal form, you just check whether X, or just check for the X that should be candidate key or super key. So check for the X, it should be candidate key or super key, and or check for Y, it should be prime attribute. So if A part will satisfy, then for the B part you can directly check for the attribute X, whether it is candidate key or super key, or Y, that is should be a prime attribute. So if any these three conditions hold, so condition first is mandatory. If any of these two condition hold, it means your relation is in third normal form. So this is the simplified definition for the third normal form. So let's understand the third normal form by the example. So I should remove this part. So wait for a minute. So let's take an example to understand the concept of third normal form. So let's say a relation R with 5 attributes A, B, C, D and E, and the functional dependencies given are A derives B, C, D and E, B, C derive A, D, E, and D derives E. So to check this relation, or to check whether this relation is in third normal form, first you need to check whether it is in second normal form or not, and for that you need to check the partial dependencies. So partial dependencies means you have to check for the candidate key here. If you want, you can check for the A closure here. So A closure will give you A, B, C, D and E, which clearly indicate that your A is a candidate key here. Now the subset of A is nothing, so there is no chance for this relationship or for any functional dependencies that it contains any partial dependency in your relation. So I can claim that the relation is in second normal form. The second thing which is remaining now is to check whether there is any transitive dependency present or not. So for transitive dependency, I need to check for this relation whether this A is candidate key or not. Yes, this is candidate key, so it satisfy. Check for this one whether this BC is candidate key or not. So BC is also a candidate key. If you derive BC closure, then it will lead to BCADE, which derive all the attributes. So this is satisfied. Also check for the so this condition hold, this condition hold. Check for this one. So this FD hold right for 3 and F. Check for this one. D tends to E. So D. So whether D closure derive all the attribute? No. Or whether E is a prime attribute? No. So the third functional dependencies does not satisfy the condition for the third normal form. That's why this relation is not in third normal form. So to make this relation in third normal form, what to do? You need to decompose the relation. So to decompose addition, the attribute which does not satisfy or the third normal form property are separated from the actual relation. So this relation is divided into two parts. One part contain A, B, C, and other part contain D and E. So because you need one attribute here which is a candidate key of this relation, so D is a candidate key, I add D here. So the two relation are R1 and R2, where R1 contain A, B, C, D and R2 contain D and E. So these two relation are in 3NF now. So as you proceed to the high normalization, it will lead to less redundancy. But along with that, the query processing time in the table is slow, and we have multiple tables. So this is the side effect of the decomposition or normalization. Now the next one is BCNF. BCNF is a refinement of third normal form, which says that for any relation schema R, x tends to y, the functional dependency is x tends to y is a non-trivial functional dependency over R is in BCNF if x should contain candidate key or super key. So this is only the property by which you can claim that the relationship R or the relation schema R is in BCNF, provided that the given relation schema R must be in 3NF, and after that you need to check for the x, that x contain a candidate key or super key. So the first condition is it must satisfy the 3NF, and the second condition is the x attribute must be a candidate key or super key. So the relation, for example, let me give you an example for that. Example 2. A relation schema R A which contain A, B, C, D, E as an attribute, and the functional dependencies A tends to B, C, AD tends to E, and B tends to C. For this relation schema, when you find the we need to check for the partial dependencies first, then transitive dependencies. So partial dependencies to check whether it is in second NF, transitive dependency to check whether it is in third NF, and then check for the BCNF. I assume that the table in 1NF because there is no multi-valued attribute in the table. Now to find out the partial dependencies, we need to know about the prime attributes in our table, and for prime attributes we need to find out the closure. The A closure gives you only 3 attribute, AD closure gives you all the attributes, so B, C and E. So AD is a candidate key and A and D are the prime attributes in my relation R. So this because A tends to BC is a functional dependency where this BC is a non-prime attribute and A is a prime attribute. So we found a relationship between A to BC which contain a partial dependency. So the relationship is not in 2NF. This will lead that the relation is not in 2NF. So what we does, we was just divide our table into two parts. One part contain A, B and C. Another part contain D and E. Let's make A as a common attribute. So we have two relations. one is ADE and another is ABC. Okay, now for this relation, you divide some functional dependencies here which is related to this relation. So we have A tends to BC, B tends to C, which is belong to this relation, and we have AD tends to E, which will belong to this relation. Now the this two tables are now in 2NF or second NF. Now check for the third NF. So for third NF, we need to check whether any transitive dependencies is there or not. So for transitive dependency, what you need to check? You need to check the candidate key of the relation. So here the candidate key is A, here the candidate key is AD. So you can check that transitive dependencies, because A here it is a candidate key, so it satisfies the 3NF property, and here because B is not a candidate key and C is not a prime attribute, so this condition does not satisfy the 3NF property. Now this relation is divided into two parts. One is A, another is BC, and we need one attribute in common, so B attribute would be there. So this relation R is divided into two parts, R1 and R2. Again R1, because R1 does not satisfy the 3NF property, I divide R1 into two parts. One is R11 and other is R12, which contain two attributes AB and BC. So here the functional dependency will be A tends to B, here the functional dependency will be B tends to C, and here the functional dependency is AD tends to E. Now AD tends to E satisfy the 3NF property because AD is a candidate key for this relation. So this is how you decompose the tables and go achieve multiple tables from a single table, which is less in redundancy, but the query processing is slower. So these three facts are the result of normalization. Okay, now this is the table is in its optimized form. So the highest normal form satisfied by this relation is 3NF. We need not to divide this relation further, so we need not to check for the BCNF now. So the highest normal form which satisfies this relation is 3NF. So the if in exams any questions like what would be the highest normal form for the any relation, so you have to need to check all the satisfying condition in the relations and the give the appropriate normal form where the redundancy is removed. So here the redundancy is removed in the third normal form, that's why it can satisfy it can be treated as a highest normal form this relation for this relation R. So in this video you have learnt about all the normal forms, which is very important in database normalization, and you also understand some of the examples based on these normal forms. I also enlist some questions, you can try it out. If you find any difficulty in finding the highest normal form for this question, then you can drop the comment in the comment section. So first question is A, B, C, D, E. A relation schema is given with the functional dependencies AB tends to C, C tends to D, D tends to E, E tends to A, and D tends to B. You need to find out the highest normal form. Highest normal form. Question 2. A R set is given A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H with the functional dependencies A, B, C derives D, E. E drives GH, H drives G, G drives H, and A, B, C, D derives EF. So next question is question number 3. With A, B, C, D, E, F, and functional dependencies are A, B tends to C, D tends to E, E tends to F. Now these are the set given. Now try these questions by yourself and find out the highest normal form. If you found any difficulty, you can post the comments. I will give you the answer. Thank you very much for watching this video. In next video, we will cover the concept of minimal cover, how to find the minimal cover or canonical cover or irreducible set from the functional dependencies in the databases. Thank you very much for watching this video.